It was a promise made, a promise extensively questioned and criticized, and today, fulfilled. The Prime Minister announced that Canada's fighter jets will end airstrikes against ISIS in the next 2 weeks.
We are for what will be effective, not for what will make us feel good to say at any given moment.
And Justin Trudeau outlined how the mission will change: more military trainers, more humanitarian aid, and funds to help Jordan and Lebanon deal with the influx of Syrian refugees.
The people terrorized by ISIL every day don't need our vengeance. They need our help.
Senior correspondent Terry Malewski has more on the changes and the reaction to them. Terry.
Well, Peter, Justin Trudeau is keeping a somewhat unpopular promise to end the bombing. But he is also going deeper into the ground war, which will be risky.
Canadians do feel it's extremely important to remain active members of the coalition, fighting against ISIL in whatever ways we best can. And there's no question, as I said, that there is a role for bombing.
But it seems not Canadian bombing. Trudeau says he's pulling out the 6 CF-18s because Canada can do more by tripling the roughly 70 military advisors in Iraq.
Equipping, advising, and assisting local troops is the best way that Canada can support.
Canada's already helping the Kurdish Peshmerga in northern Iraq. That's where the new trainers will go. It's a 2-year mission. They'll also provide small arms. But Trudeau says the job is to advise and assist.
This is a non-combat mission.
But Trudeau also called the so-called Islamic State a murderous gang of thugs. And it's clear that Canadian trainers could end up in the line of fire.
See, the local security force, if they're under imminent danger of being killed, we're not going to idly stand by. We will be taking action to protect the people that we are working with, right?
We will be involved in engagements as we defend ourselves or those partners who we are working with.
And the Chief of Defence Staff says Canada will not really be out of the bombing campaign. A refueling plane and 2 surveillance planes will go on, helping other countries continue the bombing. And Canada will be picking targets on the ground.
We're going to perfect, in fact, our efforts in targeting so that we can directly support the coalition in finding targets for the coalition aircraft to strike.
Which could make the Canadians targets for ISIS.
It's absolutely dangerous. Again, it's a counterinsurgency operation, so it's 360 degrees of danger, 365 days of the year.
Former Special Forces Commander Steve Day supports the new plan, although he'd rather keep the CF-18s, and he says the timeline is too short.
Because 2 to 3 years is not going to get the job done.
The White House also agreed that more training is needed.
And so a commitment from Canada will allow us to expand on those efforts. And so we certainly welcome that kind of contribution from the Canadians.
But training is just a part of it. Canada's diplomatic and humanitarian efforts will also increase.
Over the next 3 years, we are committed to investing approximately $1.6 billion to respond to the crisis in Iraq and Syria.
Even so, the complaints focused on the withdrawal of the CF-18s.
There is no greater threat to human rights in the world than the Islamic State, and Mr. Trudeau doesn't think it's our fight. It's shameful.
And the opposition will get a chance to say so in Parliament. Trudeau says he'll welcome a debate and a vote on the new mission.